Welcome to the Prosperity Profiles podcast, sponsored by Prosperity Profilers, LLC. They'll help you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. We hope you listen often, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Now here's your host, four-time #1 best-selling author, speaker, and business coach, Holly Porter.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another day at the podcast. We're happy to be here today again. It's a bright, sunny day where I live, and I have a bright, sunny guest with something happening super cool this week. So don't tune out, listen up. You know, these aren't forever. They're just a few minutes long. So pay attention, because this week you'll want to know about a movement that's happening. And I'm going to read a little bio about our guest. So after 25-year relationship, Rosie, how do you say your last name?
Aiello.
Aiello. Okay.
Yes, Aiello. It's Italian.
Italian. Okay. Oh, Aiello. I love that. Okay. She engineered an international escape from the Middle East to save her daughter and herself from domestic violence. Stunned by PTSD and nearly mentally destroyed, she reinvented herself since, and she arrived back in the United States and started her own business, and became a speaker and a best-selling author and an international award-winning entrepreneur. Woohoo! She's on a mission to help women like her take their life back and reclaim their voice, worth, confidence, and courage so that they can create the joyful, productive, and prosperous life they deserve. Oh my gosh, welcome to the show, Rosie.
Thank you, Holly. It's great to be here in your living room.
Right. So we do videos. So those of you that are listening maybe on iTunes or Spotify, I also do them in video, because I feel like a lot of people want to see who they're listening to. You can't do that if you're in your car driving, I understand. But if you do go, to hollyporter.com, check them out, you'll be able to see them on video as well. And that way, when we post them on social media, people can see who the person looks like rather than just a photo. So that's what we choose to do with these and this show. So, okay, back to the good stuff. You have an event. Let's just talk about what you have. It's coming up right away here. So share.
Yes. I'm so excited. I mean, out of thousands and thousands of entries, only like 18 got approved last year. And ours was one of them. It's called, now we have officially the National Love is Kind Day in the United States. And of course, he just said it's going to be worldwide. So let's just get it straight. This is a worldwide movement called Love is Kind Day. It's July 27th. And so in 2019, that is on Saturday, this coming Saturday, if you're listening to it. And Holly, the reason, we created this day, a couple backstories, is the day, the 27th, is the day my daughter and I arrived in the United States. It's the day we got our freedom and independence from abuse. And we, she and I always celebrate it every year. It's like our 4th of July. It's our day of independence. And so I thought, wow, I want this day, National Love is Kind Day, to be the day of celebration for those of us who have freed ourselves from abuse, to support those who are still suffering from it, and really to spread the message that you deserve to be treated with kindness. What is it that I wanted? I wanted a relationship where I felt, it was somebody who was treating me with kindness. And what I know is that to be true, when women are released from the shackles of abuse and they understand that, oh yeah, I deserve to be treated with kindness, they can create a joyful and productive life.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love it. And you know what? This is a great movement, and I'm so proud of you for everything that you've done and been through, and all the success that you've been able to create because of your backstory, right? We all have a backstory. So being able to get out of that story and create a new one that's better for yourself, wow, I applaud you.
Thank you. And this is in this first year. Okay, is the first year. This is the first one. So people who join, you're going to be founding members of this movement. I mean, it's pretty cool when you look back and say, wow, I was there from the beginning. And so we're doing it. It's a virtual celebration. and you'll see, you go to the Love is Kind Network page, the Love is Kind Network page in Facebook, and then you go to the event section and you'll see all the details of the event. And I think you're going to be posting that in your notes, right?
I am. I will put it in the show notes. And also you had something they can sign up for. What was that? I saw that on here. Oh my goodness. I just want that.
I have lots of gifts going on now.
Yeah, there was something that they sign up for the Love is Kind, maybe the movement or something.
Yes, there's the movement. Yes, to go to Love is Kind, to go to the facebook.com/groups to the Love is Kind movement. That's a closed group. Okay, that's a closed group.
That's what I just found. The pledge.
Oh, the pledge. Yes, that's on my site. Yeah, again, I did all this stuff for myself, right? Isn't that how it goes? It's just like, this is what I wanted. And on the website, you go to, it's on the home page of the website, the Love is Kind Network website. And there's a pledge to sign up to say that you deserve kindness.
Can I read it?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So this is where I was talking about. So you say I, and then you put your first and last name in, am worthy. I deserve to be treated with kindness. I am lovable. I am enough. I have the right to live my own life on my own terms. I deserve to live without fear. I deserve to be heard. And what I have to say is important. I have the right to be my true and authentic self. I take good care of myself so that I can help others and show up more fully. I have the right to honor myself and my boundaries. I deserve to be surrounded by kind, loving, and supportive people. My life matters, and I have the right to create a joyful, productive, and prosperous life. And then you add your email, and you click to take the pledge, and you are in.
And when you do that, you will get a download of that pledge. You'll get a copy for yourself as well.
Amazing. That alone is a gift to somebody. I hope that you listening and watching will go grab that, because those are amazing and powerful words that everyone, not just women, but everyone needs to hear.
Yes, I know. Thank you for that. And the other gift I'm giving, it'll also be in the event page. This is the event page for the celebration this Saturday on National Love is Kind Day. They're going to get a download on what does it really mean that a love is kind relationship? What does a relationship look like that is supposed to be kind? And because I didn't know what it was, and I'm giving that as a gift for people to, they're participating in this to, like, gee, do I have that, or am I struggling, or do I not feel I deserve it? Right? This whole deserving stuff.
I think there's a lot of that, right?
There's a lot of it. And we're just asking people, if you align with this mission, if you align with the mission that you deserve to be treated with kindness, that love is kind, it's not abusive, it's not cruel, it's caring, it's not threatening, it's safe, right? Those kinds of precepts. If you agree, then join us and then share the heck out of this. We want to get Love is Kind Day, the hashtag Love is Kind Day, Love is Kind trending on Saturday, and then continue the conversation. This isn't like a one-day thing. We're making this, we're building this up. You're going to be founding members of this movement. And look, Holly, I know I'm crazy, but I think I'm in the right company. Right? We're the right kind of crazies. That my dream is to have worldwide marches. Like, let's have a worldwide march on National Love is Kind Day. It's the international and universal day of freedom and independence from dominance, control, and power. Countries don't want it. We don't want it as individuals. That's going to be the Universal Independence Day.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, for sure. And it really speaks to me, because when I did an exercise with somebody once, and they call them heart virtues, then you end up with your—
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. They call it what?
Heart virtues.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Heart. So you take your values, and when you're done with the exercise, you end up with 2 or 3 words that are above your values. So it's like what you ultimately, want to create in your life for your heart, love heart. And mine's kindness and loyalty. So those were
There
my
you go.
yeah, that's what everything's about for me. And
Yeah.
when you know what that is, it's amazing how it can change your life. Like for me, it made sense why I like the loyalty. It made sense why I always defended the underdog, because people weren't protecting them and they weren't protected. And it was like, no, you don't do that, because I'm a very loyal friend and I'll go to the end of the world for you,
Mhm.
but I also expect people to be kind. And
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Same, exactly. I mean, my highest value is, kindness, right? My highest value is kindness. And why do I choose? A lot of people choose love. And why I choose kindness, because you cannot be cruel and kind at the same time. You cannot. It's impossible. But you can be loving and be cruel, like, oh, I have to hit you or take this away from you or throw your thing because I love you. I mean, how many people have heard those words? So I learned that, oh, gee, I don't really feel safe with love, right? And one of the other precepts is that you deserve to be treated with kindness, and that starts with being kind to yourself.
oh,
And that is the cornerstone of empowerment.
100%. Yes.
And what does that look like? These are things that I'm teaching and I want to get out there, is that what does self-kindness look like? It means having healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
That's being kind to yourself. It's not being selfish. It's not being rude. Having healthy boundaries, asking for what you want with confidence. That's being kind to yourself instead of being small and meek, and then you don't be your authentic self. Remember, we talked about that in the beginning.
Well, I believe being kind to yourself is setting boundaries for yourself.
Exactly.
And following the boundaries for yourself, because it's really hard to have any with anybody else if you don't have them within you. But holding other people accountable is huge, and do it for yourself first.
And boundaries, truly, some people hear the word boundaries and they think, oh, there's like this wall that you put around you and keep yourself away from everybody so you're protected. And it's not that at all. It's almost the opposite. Having good, healthy boundaries is teaching others how you want to be treated, or in your case, how you treat yourself. Like a boundary is like, I'm not going to do any negative talk, right?
Right.
How many times, we've been abused, and then we continue the abuse by talking to us in the same manner because we've got used to it. We don't recognize that, oh my God, we're falling into the same trap.
It's our programming.
It's our programming. Exactly.
Right. Well, I'm curious I know your background a little bit of why you do this, but like, what created this for you? I'm not sure the story. Like, what gave you the idea? Where did it evolve from? What's this backstory?
Yeah, this is a good question. So after I arrived in the United States, it'll be 10 years ago. 10 years ago, July 27th will be 10 years.
Wow.
So there was no plan B. It was like, this escape is going to work. Then I really didn't know what I was going to do, but I started a business. It was easier to become an entrepreneur than get a job. And then I did business consulting, productivity, time management. I was a good planner, considering I've done a lot of planning in my life. And then, as I started to talk about business, but I would get a little tiny tidbit about my story. And just in casual conversation, I told people my story. They go, oh my God, that needs to be in a book. It needs to be a movie. I mean, I can't believe it. So I committed a couple of years ago to start writing the memoir. And then by then, my daughter and I decided to write the memoir together.
Right.
And it's called 11 Hours to Freedom. It's still being written, but that's what the title will be, 11 Hours to Freedom. And it was to give the perspective from a mother, a daughter, a wife, a mother, and a child. So you get that perspective.
Yeah.
As I was starting to write this memoir, things started to shift big time. I got like this calling, this pounding in the head, this like
Purpose.
you are going to do this. And I go, look, up there, wherever that is, it's like, I agreed to write the book, but I didn't say anything about helping all these women. And he's going like, and who do you think is going to win this argument? And so this shift started slowly, to be honest with you. And then it just took me over. I mean, as I'm telling you this, it's like I'm walking into this. And I have to tell you, honestly, had my heels dug in because it was friggin' scary.
Yeah.
And it's like, who am I to do this? And now here I am creating a worldwide movement with a goal to reach 100 million women and change 100 million lives.
Wow.
Because
Million.
this affects so many women. I talk to them every day.
Yeah.
We have to change it. We have to be the disruptors. I'm kind, but got a little feistiness in me, right? The lioness that's going to come out and protect the babies, right?
So I'm curious, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I'm just wondering, do you ever live in fear still? Like, do you feel like someone's going to come and steal you back? Or, I mean, it's been 10 years, but like, you're going to get out in the public now. You are in the public now, is there some fear behind that still?
Well, it's true. This does happen. My ex-husband has been stalking me, and he has created his own post and just says this is a lie and all of these things and does things. In the beginning, I was very fearful. Now I'm not so much so per se, but I know he's hired people to follow my posts, to whenever I do a Facebook a live streaming, somebody that represents him is there commenting. So I have to deal with this. So yeah, I'm taking a risk every time I go out there, and I have to say to myself, look, Rosie, you can live in fear of one single man, or you can help millions of women. Where's the weight? Obviously. So yeah, I do have some fear, but it doesn't last long. I mean, it will last maybe a couple of minutes, truly.
Yeah.
But it does come up. It's a real thing that I have to deal with on a regular basis when it comes out of the blue. I mean, he's written to my friends on Facebook. He's called lawyers and he's had lawyers call my friends. I mean, this stuff happens. So I don't want to say it to discourage any woman to leave a relationship, for heaven's sakes. Your freedom, my freedom is, I can't even express how grateful I feel to be able to look out that window and know if I want to walk out that door, I can go out that door, go on an errand, come back and not have anybody yell at me.
Yeah. So where's the fear around your child at that time? Because I'm sure people are thinking that, you left probably to not only protect you, but obviously a mom's instincts to protect their child. Did you ever live when she was younger in fear of that? Like maybe somebody would come kidnap her and take her back over?
Well, I didn't, Holly, because, we all make certain decisions. I waited until my daughter was major. When we escaped, she was almost 21. She was at the university. And that's when she told me, you got to get me away from my abusive father.
Wow.
The reason I waited is because in the Middle East, there are no custody battles. Custody automatically goes to the father.
Right.
After the age of 7 till the 18, they become major. It goes to the father. There was just a case I read about a woman in Saudi Arabia. It's like she lost the case, and I'm like going, well, of course she lost the case. An American woman married to a Saudi or all the Middle Eastern, you don't. So I was not going to do anything that was going to make me lose my daughter. And then to this day, he still thinks I've brainwashed her and kidnapped her. And she was 21. He still doesn't think that she had her own. She was the one who came to me and said, you got to get me away from my abusive father.
Wow.
But he doesn't believe it. And that's okay. That's what they do. They diminish, disagree with whatever you say. They try to make your truth wrong and their truth, their words, the truth. Right. We hear it every day in the news.
Wow. So this is a great story. And as we wrap it up here, I know I could talk to you for a long time about this because it's near and dear to my heart as well. What is the best way the listeners can support you?
Okay. So go to, on Facebook, right? This is a movement that I have to do through social media. So, and we will be doing it out through Twitter and all the other social medias. But the best one is go to Facebook and go to the Love is Kind Network page. Okay. And like that page, and then click on events, and the event will give you all the information. And from there, you can share that with your friends. My request is that you share it. And on July 27th, you take a selfie, you tag Love is Kind Day, Love is Kind, tag me, tag the page, share it with your friends, ask your friends to share it. And if you want, share even a simple sentence like you deserve to be treated with kindness, or your own story if you feel like it. But those are the simple things. Facebook, Love is Kind Network page, and go to the event.
I just went and liked it. I didn't know why I hadn't already. I thought I had, but I will.
Yeah.
I will commit to you that I'll be at a mastermind in Las Vegas this weekend, and I will get that announced. There'll probably be 40 people or so there. I will get that announced and see if we'll all pull out our phone and get them all to like that.
Oh, that'll be great, because that would be, like you're having your own. And if you do even a group picture of you and say, hey, we're celebrating, even if it's just for a minute, or 2 minutes, you're celebrating National Love is Kind Day as a group, and say that you're in Las Vegas. We want to see where people are coming from. This is really important. Where are you in the world celebrating National Love is Kind Day, which is really International Love is Kind Day.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I mean, it takes the whole world to be kind, right?
It does. And when we, maybe it sounds Pollyanna, but I truly believe when we create kinder families, then we can create a kinder community and a kinder world. We're doing so much harm to ourselves and the world by this abuse that continues.
I agree.
And let's talk about what we want and go for it and be it.
And start with being kind.
Be kind. Yeah. Be kind.
Else that you want to share?
Just, be kind in your relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind in your relationships and your models. So I am so appreciative of you taking this time to help me talk about this important mission, because real love is kind.
Yeah.
It's not cruel. It's caring. It's loving. It's respectful. That's what you need.
Well, and the first person you have to change is you. So
that's right. And that's what we start with, being kind to yourself first and learning that. And that's what I help women do now, really get empowered and discover self-kindness after abuse.
And you're wearing your red. So I love that.
My power color.
Definitely a power color for you. Yes.
Yeah. My ex-husband told me I couldn't even wear red lipstick. He'd always tell me to take it off. So now I just put on my red lipstick.
As red as I can get it. It's funny how that works, but
yeah.
I
need our voice back, girl.
Yeah. I've so enjoyed having you on the show, and everybody, you'll get all the information here in the show notes, but go to the Facebook page, make sure you like that page, and we'll just spread kindness anywhere we can. So hopefully you're all in on that with us.
Thank you. Woo.
Okay. Thanks everybody. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Prosperity Profiles Podcast, sponsored by Prosperity Profilers, LLC, helping you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. We hope you enjoyed our time together, and we'll visit again soon. You can learn more about Prosperity Profilers by going to hollyporter.com.